12 Sunday morning. Teresa Pelham is the author of a children's book that benefits dog rescue. Roxy's Forever Home is the name of the book. There's the cover of it and a very stunning likeness of Roxy. It tells the story of Teresa's own dog's journey from the streets of Tennessee to a loving home here in Connecticut. Well, Teresa is also working to connect businesses and schools through this book. Now, Teresa, best of all, and Roxy are both here to talk and maybe bark a little bit about it, right?
Or maybe howl.
Howl a little bit? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay to give a little bark shout out, right? So welcome to you both. Now, first talk about the book. I just glanced through it a little bit, and the illustrations, by the way, are phenomenal.
I know, my illustrator did a really great job with this. Her name is Dina Pratt, and she lives in Connecticut. I wrote this because I found out all of what went into saving Roxy, and I knew that my little measly adoption fee wasn't going to cover it. So I decided to write a book to benefit dog rescue. And what we're doing is going into schools and talking to kids. It's a lot more about outreach than just selling the books. And we go into schools and we talk to kids about being a responsible pet owner, and we talk to them about writing, whether they want to learn about writing or not. And,
it's a good skill to have.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've been doing this with this new school year, sorry about that, is going into inner city schools and getting companies to sponsor visits.
I was going to say, because you're connecting businesses to the book and to schools. And
yeah, to promote literacy, my friends at North Star Wealth Partners in West Hartford are actually sponsoring a visit to Simpson Waverly School in Hartford. We don't have any sponsors in New Haven, though.
Really?
And I believe you have some schools here in New Haven, don't you?
What's up with that?
Do you have schools in New Haven that might want to have Roxy and me come?
Some excellent schools, I might
The only
add.
cost to the business is just to buy the books. I don't charge for my time, and Roxy doesn't either.
And it is a beautiful book. We were talking about the illustrations. They almost look like photographs until you realize they are paintings.
Yes, that's what I was looking for, was the realistic art.
And they are very realistic and very good depictions of Roxy herself. Tell us a little bit about your experience rescuing her.
I had never had a dog before.
Really?
Yeah, this is my first dog.
So first, or think, you don't have to have been through dog ownership first, right?
No, I was clueless. And my kids, my husband, none of us had ever had a dog.
Yeah.
My kids fell in love first,
yeah.
And then I did. And then my husband wasn't sold. So I had to cry. I didn't mean to be so manipulative, but it worked.
It worked, hey.
And yeah, now we're all happy.
And especially Roxy, it looks like she looks very content.
Do you think?
Wonderful disposition. I love her. And so your first time dog owner, who's training who?
Yeah, actually, yeah, she tells me how to do things because I had no idea. And we just adopted another dog too, so she has a friend at home, Stewie.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding.
Stewie, yes.
Good
Roxy
company.
and Stewie have their own blog. It's Roxy and her annoying little brother, Stewie.
A dog blog, huh?
Yeah, a dog blog. Yeah.
Now, is it hard to rescue, like just the process of it?
No, not really. The nice thing about our situation was she was being fostered. So she came from Tennessee up to Farmington, and she was being fostered. So when you go to a foster home, you know exactly what the dog is like because the dog's been living with a family.
I see.
Rather than walking into a pet store and saying, oh, is this one going to be good with kids?
Yeah.
We knew this one was going to be good with kids.
She's so good right now. I mean, she's just barely more than a puppy, and she's so just mellow and cool.
She is mellow. She has visited with a class of special needs kids.
And we have some pictures, by the way, I believe, of you in a classroom setting with Roxy.
Oh yeah,
the kids
my
really
friend
take
Jan.
to her, right? Yeah.
Jan comes with me to all the visits, and she lets every child pet Roxy as we finish the author visit. So in the course of 2 hours, Roxy will have 400 kids pet her. And
no kidding.
And she doesn't care.
She's okay with that?
Oh, she's fine.
All that adulation, huh?
I think she thinks it's her job.
So, by the way, you mentioned writing, and you're a columnist with the Hartford Courant.
I am. I do a parenting column.
So, and it seems like it's maybe kind of becoming more and more of a lost art, the art of writing. And
I know.
Why is that? Talk about the importance of it.
Well, the internet has really changed things, and when kids text, and that's the way that they learn to write, it's really tricky. It's not just every kid. I mean, it's not just it's every kid. My kids have trouble with it too.
Yeah.
So when we go in there, I talk to them about which details I added into the story and which details I took out, because there are details in this story that didn't make it in. She was found with her siblings and her mom, and they were all starving.
Yeah.
And you don't really put all that into the book because it's too complicated.
Right, sure.
So this is really just the story of focusing on Roxy and her journey from Tennessee to Connecticut.
Telling a story often means writing, doesn't it, after all, right?
Yeah.
And before we finish up here, tell us about how businesses can get in touch with you, or however to work in that synergy with you?
Absolutely. Everything is at roxysforeverhome.com. That's where you can buy a book. I'm actually not on Amazon. You know, as amazing as Amazon is, I really wanted to make the most to give back to rescue. So I'm selling it through my website, roxysforeverhome.com, and actually my email address is on there too.
Okay.
So if businesses are interested in sponsoring a school, or if a school would like to have us come and visit, that's how you get in touch with me.
Teresa, I wish we had more time, but thank you and Roxy both so much for coming in. She's so relaxed. She's too cool.
I don't think she's going anywhere.
She just yawned. She's like, what, TV? Who cares? This is all good. Yeah, I belong on TV. All right, so, and if you forgot any of that or didn't get that down, you can always go to our website for a link to that information. Of course, that's WTNH.com.